What's going on, everybody? Welcome into another edition of Say Hey Plays. My name is Jose Bouquett. Alongside me again for a third time this week, Dabby Cab. Dabby, how's it going over there?
Good, man. Good. I don't know if you know, I give pitching lessons, and I've been throwing with obviously the kids, and man, my shoulder is just killing me today, but it's all good, man.
Yeah, no, I can imagine. If I thought about throwing right now, my shoulder would fall off. So I understand that feeling. I don't want to think about it, but I do miss throwing. So shout out to that.
I'm gonna have my glove with me next time we see each other. So, and
Okay.
we'll just play catch, bro.
Yeah.
Unless
Don't
somebody
gas
talks
me up,
shit.
my man. Don't gas me up. I'm all set with that. I get up to give me up to 75. You throw harder than that, I'm all.
I got you.
I'll find another throwing partner, unfortunately. Thanks everyone for watching us on the Saturday edition of Say Hey Plays. A full slate, all 15 games broken down on this card. 30 teams, by the way. Recently learned that, by the way. For some reason, I was like, are that 32, 30, 31? I didn't know. So 30 teams. Shout out to me for knowing that now. And a shout out to everyone watching in the show. And by the way, yes, Big Show wasn't in the Say Hey counter yesterday at 9. Good. Thank you for mentioning it, because this is, in fact, Say Hey Plays 10. So thank you, Big Show, for giving me that lovely segue. This is Say Hey Plays 10. And shout out to my guys, Saturated and Sabino and Guano. I put up your banners. They are not finished products yet. I would say I'll upgrade them as the time goes on, but I wanted to put those together and shout you guys out for the donos you put on the show so far. So, and of course, by the way, if you want a banner for yourself, you want to get up there with the Sabino and Guanos, the Saturated of the world, donate $10 to the channel. I'll go ahead and put your name up there next. Be a great time. Cab, I'm excited for this card. I'm feeling a little I'm feeling a little less prepared than I want to be, but I do have some bets already made, some bets that I like a lot. And I guess I made a different approach looking down on my bets. 3 games that I focused on, really. 6 bets, 2 on each game. So I think it'll be a fun card to talk about here. And
I was about to say, man, because you said you didn't feel like you wanted to look at some stuff more. Maybe I was gonna say you don't have to jump all the way in. You can always add, but you're 6 bets deep already. So let's get it.
I say that I'm not prepared or whatever, and then I'm like, yeah, I've already got 6 bets in.
But for you, I guess that can be a low volume day. I mean, it's crazy. It's crazy what you've been doing, man. It's great.
And by the way, I would agree with Moose Money here. Shout out to Moose. It is a tough card today. I think it is a little bit of a toughie today. Maybe that's just my lack of preparation, but I
felt like that yesterday, man.
I think it's a tough card. I mean, and let's talk about yesterday. It's a good point. I should mention it. I think I ended up going 4-4 plus some juice. So an overall bled day. I thought I was on the way for a 1-loss day and sweep the rest of the card. And then the Cubs just kind of imploded. So Marcus Stroman, he was up 3-0, and then blew up.
We both took that, bro. We both took that. He looked great, and I swear it was my fault. Look, I don't believe in luck. I don't believe in any of that stuff. But with baseball, the baseball gods are real, and they hear what you say. And I was on Razor's show talking about how good he looked, and I swear to God, he had an out in that inning when I said that, and then he imploded, bro.
Yeah, it was a 2 outs. They just couldn't get out of it. He was up 3-2. And all those runs came up in that inning. I kind of thought, I was like, all right, we're just 1 pitch away. Guys on the corner, just throws a meatball down the middle. It gets pumped for a 3-run.
That was on the coach, man. Look, okay, as soon as he walked that guy and made it 1st and 3rd, he should have came out of the game. Absolutely right at that very point, the coach should have taken him out. That was a bad job by the coaching staff right there.
Yeah, I mean, and then the Cubs bullpen wasn't stellar, obviously, too. Shout out to Big Show for the $10 dono. I appreciate it. I'll make your banner here shortly. I'll pass the ball to Cab real quick. Cab, you had a pretty good day yesterday, huh? Tell us about it.
Yeah, not bad. 4-2. The Angels was an exciting one, but it's the Rangers, man, and I keep talking about it. I know they can hit. Yeah, that's cool. But if you can't pitch, you can't win baseball, and that's all there is to it. They might win some games, but they were. Did you see that the Angels were? They were down.
I don't think I actually saw this game, and this is one of the games where I just I should say I don't watch Texas games because of blackouts. So shout out to Texas for that, but or shout out to MLB for that. So no, please inform me.
Well, it was 2-6 going into the fifth inning, and I had the Angels first five money line, and they were down 2-6. So that's not looking very good. And
That's a
then they
lot.
scored. Yeah. Then and it's funny because that's another thing I was talking about. I was just saying, hey guys, the Rangers are winning a baseball game, so there's a lot of value right now if you want to go get a plus money live bet and fade them. I mean, it's anytime. I'm not saying it'll always win, but anytime they're up, just go ahead and go get that plus money. By the end of the season, it'll work itself out. I promise.
I mean, that's what I did. That's what I ended up doing before the Blue Jays bet against them. So I don't hate that at all. Their just pitching staff is just horrific.
It's just god awful, man. It's just and hitters, like, look, they do have good hitters, but just like Cleveland was the hottest hitting team in baseball, like, and they couldn't hit anything yesterday. That's how baseball goes. Shout out to Ron Washington.
Shout out to Ron Washington, indeed. I've got a funny picture of Ron Washington on my phone. And by the way, again, shout out to everyone in the chat. Let's just go through these names. Real Deal Prime, of course. El Dorado Custodian, Paco Healy, Ouroboros, Moose Money, Big Show Picks, Eric Jones, Brandon Porter, Teflon Don, Sam Colmer, Lil C. I'm sorry for fading you, Jose. Got it back. Oh, well, I'm sorry, my man. I wish I could have told you they were going to win that game. I wanted them to win it. And just Joe Ryan, man. I think he's the biggest threat right now to Bobby Witt, Rookie of the Year. So I really like how he's throwing. And we'll
Casey
see.
Can't hit anything, man.
Yeah, it's sad. Brandon Porter, Rays are 0-5 against the AL Central. It's not a bad look right there. I like that. DJ Big Boss, appreciate you for watching.
What up, Big Boss?
So Puzzler, Mike M, everyone, Paco Healy, appreciate you guys.
What a crew, man.
Adrian, I don't know how you say your name, my man. Junior, we appreciate you for watching. Send me how to say your name, and I'll get that shit correct. Appreciate you guys, Ricky Bobby,
Adnir?
all that. Adnir? That's probably it. Adnir.
Yeah.
That sounds right. And by the way,
Aaron.
Yes. I wish I named Aaron. Umpires are very accurate to what side they favor in certain situations. It helps to look at their record over under in team situation. I agree with you. My man. The spin doctor is very good about that. So is Nicky Moreno. He's also very good about it. And here you go, Big Show. Here's your banner. Appreciate the $10 dono.
That was quick.
So I prepare, man. Hey, if I don't have the stats and stuff prepared, at least I can get all the technical stuff going.
There you go, man.
But let's jump right into this card. We've been pussyfooting around to start off the show. I appreciate everyone for watching. But you guys have come here for the baseball analysis, and let's get right into it. And by the way, Big Show, I appreciate the dono, but it's not going to be on throughout the show because you just did it. So I've already made all these graphics with it too. So I'm sorry in advance, but it's still up there. I appreciate you for the dono. First game, Zach Gallen making his debut versus Carlos Carrasco and the New York Metropolitans. And by the way, if any of the records on these guys are messed up, I apologize. I am sorry in advance. 4-10 last year, Zach Gallen, 4.3 ERA in 23 games start, 120 innings pitched, which is low for me. If he's starting 23 games, that's pretty wild. A 4.25 PIP. And I would call him the crown jewel of this Diamondback staff. He is the best pitcher on this staff, and I think it is I don't know. I just think he's a solid pitcher to bet on. I'm not going to bet on this game. My first initial instinct was a first 5 under here, honestly, because I'm also a big Cookie Carrasco guy. 5 2/3, 2 hits only allowed, 1 earned run, at 5 Ks at the Nationals last time out for Cookie. And then for Zach Gallen, like I said, I think he's a good bet on pitcher. And to illustrate, I think he might be a hot starter here last year. To start the year, a 2.16 March and April ERA, and in 43 plate appearances against these New York Metropolitans, he's got a 1.71 FIP and a 1.81 average against. So I'm off this game. Obviously, I need to see Zach Gallen throw a couple pitches before I want to bet on him. Yep. Potentially a live bet spot if you see him cruise to the first. Yep. You're confident enough to take him then. But I'm off for this game to start off with. Dabby, what you got here?
I'm going to be honest, man, and I'm not just trying to agree with you here, but I think you nailed that. For me, it's Diamondbacks or nothing, and I don't want to do that. So, and I can go into it if you want, but I'm just kind of trying to keep this one short because, I just have pass written down. I agree with that live bet. I need to see Gallen get comfortable on the mound though first. Like, so.
Yeah, and by the way, Moose Money makes a good point here. You could have sworn that Zach Gallen was all over the place after his injuries, and yeah, he was. So, and that's why I kind of would want to bet on him now, if I do, because no injuries, he comes in fresh, whatever. And I think like I said, I think he's a good pitcher. He had a 4 ERA, but he's on the Diamondbacks and injuries and all that stuff. So, honestly, I'd stay off this game. I think. This will be a fun game to watch. And by the way, DJ Big Boss putting out a no run in the first inning and get out. I like that too. I like that a lot. Actually, I'm gonna put that down in a star, and I might come back to you on that because.
So I had that written down also, but the reason I'm not on it is for what you just said. I just got to see Gallen get comfortable, man. That's all it is.
11 miles an hour wind left to right too in this matchup. So, and confirmed lineups are out. Dalton Varsho, I believe that's his first name. Marte.
That could help the pitching. The wind could help the pitching in that situation.
Absolutely, yeah. David Peralta, Christian Walker. You got a little Pavin Smith action. Seth Beer getting the start. Carson Kelly. You've got another Alcantara, which is hilarious. Sergio Alcantara and Yanni Hernandez. Yadiel is on the Nationals. Jeff McNeil, Starling Marte, Francisco Lindor, Eddie Escobar, Pete Pinot, Dom Smith, Travis Jankowski, and Thomas Nido. So I definitely like that no run in the first inning. I will think about it throughout the show, and I might end up making that official. I forgot what time that game starts, but we'll see if we can finish before then. I think we will.
And you got it in order. It's 12:10, right?
Tony Cobbs for the $5 dono. I appreciate you, my man. You throw another $5 in there, we'll get you the banner right up there with the legend saturated Sabino and Big Show. Shout out to you, Tony Cobbs. Appreciate it. Next game on the docket, the Tampa Bay Rays versus those Chicago White Sox. Corey Kluber versus Michael Kopech. Two pitchers that, oh, man, I just don't know. I don't know, honestly, yet. I wanted to fade, or I guess I should say I did fade Corey Kluber last time out ineffectively. 4.2 innings pitched, 3 hits, 4 walks, 5 Ks against the Baltimore Orioles. Dancing on that edge with those 4 walks, but he got through it. A Baltimore offense that just was not feeling clutch that day. Michael Kopech on the other side, the righty, 4 innings pitched, 2 hits, 1 earned run, 2 walks, 3 Ks against the Detroit Tigers at Detroit. Detroit not the best hitting squad too right now, so take that into account. Plus 113, minus 135 for both these squads. 8.5. The over under. I don't want. I guess you can't fade the old guys early. Is what I've learned in the last 2 weeks. You can't fade them early, so I'm not going to take the
and
White
you can't get on the kids. They're on their first start. I'm trying to tell people that you don't fade the old guys early, and you don't jump on the rookies on their first start.
I felt okay about it last night with Mackenzie Gore. I mean, he pitched pretty well. The offense didn't help me worth a shit, so I don't regret that. But I will agree with you with the slapdick guys that we don't know as well. I forgot who the other pitcher for the A's was, but it was Tommy Romero versus someone else, and that was the instance that you got to know the run in the first inning in that case. But these Rays, I'm not sold on them yet, guys. I was kind of low on them coming into the year. Offensively, I didn't think that they were. Obviously, I will say they're not as good because they traded away Hunter. It was not Renfroe. Oh my God, I'm forgetting the guy they traded from to Detroit, the outfielder. I can't remember his name right now, but whatever, it's fine. The Chicago White Sox right now are 27th in the OPS against righties, a 206 average, a 570 OPS. I'd just stay off this game. I would actually lean towards an under, I guess, here. Austin Meadows. I'm such an idiot. I don't know why I said Hunter Renfroe. He kind of looks like Hunter Renfroe in my head, I guess. Thank you to C. James and all you guys for putting that in there. But I would stay off this game. Cab, what do you have on this?
Man, I also don't have a play on this one. You know, Kluber, I like the under probably in the first 5 if I was going to pick something like you said, but I'm not trusting Corey to throw ball or strikes. And that's one of my least favorite things is when pitchers walk people and then give up runs because of it. I can't watch it. It makes me sick. And I could see that happening. Kopech, he's gotten progressively better every single year, and that's what you want to look at. Maybe not every single year, but overall in his career, he's just gotten better and better and better. And I don't care if somebody starts their first season with the 8 ERA. If they get it down the next year and then get it down the next year, that means that like they're good, right? That's the main thing you want to look for is a progression year to year with the pitcher, and he has it. So I wouldn't take a side against either of these guys. And if I had to make a play, it would be the first 5 under, but I'm off.
I was immediately, I heard DJ Big Boss in my head say no run in the first inning on this one. I immediately go look at it. No, minus 135. Just a little, just a little too juicy for me.
Too much.
I don't hate it, obviously. The sweaty part would be a Corey Kluber inning. At least he's not a lefty. By the way, the Rays right now are 14th in OPS against righties, 176 at-bats. So we still haven't gotten the 200 at-bats for a lot of these squads. Just so keep that into account. 703 OPS and a 240 average against righties. Off this game, let's just keep it moving here. I think this will be a fun game to watch. And if you take Rays money line, then I wouldn't hate that at all. I think you've got big balls betting on Corey Kluber. But like I said earlier, it's good to bet on the old guys early. Bet on the old guys early before they get hurt. If and when Corey Kluber gets hurt this year and comes back, I will probably bet against him. But until then, we'll see. We will see. And by the way, Rasheed James, who got me on my Austin Meadows mind slip there, and everyone else, he was the first one I saw. He agrees. Rays are suspect. So we will see. And shout out to Lamont Williams joining, apparently. Appreciate you, Lamont.
Yeah.
Love that. And El Dorado Custodian, love your show. Can I request I cannot read that word. I'm sorry. El Dorado, try that one more time, and I will try to.
Uncle's, how I can't read that.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm sorry, El Dorado. Hit me up on Twitter DM, and we'll talk about that further. I got you. Next game, Oakland Athletic, Toronto Blue Jays. Paul Blackburn versus Hyunjin Ryu here. And, man, Ryu struggled last time out. 3 1/3, 5 hits, 6 earned runs, 2 walks, 4 Ks. And I think I need the chat to remind me again. Did he come out after he got hit with that comeback? I remember watching his tubby ass get hit and then just, bounce off the mound and collapse. I think he got taken out right after that, so that might account for the 3 1/3 innings pitch. But I mean, he sucked anyway, so obviously that might not be it. That's why I'm asking. 5 hits, 6 earned runs against. I believe it was against the. I fucking didn't write it down like a donkey. I forgot who it was against, but who cares?
He did terrible. That's all. He
Exactly.
looked awful. He looked out of shape. Everything.
I'm not 100% sure. Whatever. Paul Blackburn for the Oakland A's. I'm sorry for not being as prepared, everyone. Again, Paul Blackburn, 5 innings pitched, 3 hits, no earned runs, a walk, 7 Ks. Very impressive start for my man Paul here. Righty-lefty matchup here, so I think that's always fascinating. I don't know. I think the righty-lefty matchup when teams are playing against each other is very visually appealing. Right now, the Oakland Athletics against lefties. Let me tell you, there it is. 13th, 81 at-bats, 700 OPS, 713 if you're keeping track at home with a 260 batting average. I'm not taking Hyunjin Ryu at minus 220. No fucking chance.
No
way.
No.
I would much rather bet on a Paul Blackburn bounce back continuation, whatever we want to call it, just keeping on rolling against a great lineup. But
man, the A's have been in this price range all season, and they've been cashing tickets for people. I mean, I agree, man. That minus 220, that's just absurd for this, in my opinion.
Interesting. El Dorado saying uncle on your video, cousin or stepdad that was on earlier this year. Someone's gonna have to remind me of that because I don't remember that anymore. Jake Burns asking when Donnie Wrightsaid will be on the show again. He'll be on soon, actually. I'll ask him again because he was a great guest. Obviously, love Donnie, appreciate him. Pub Sports Radio original, like I said, he helped create this channel from the ground up, so I appreciate Donnie. Nothing for me here, like we said. I'm gonna keep it moving. I'm sorry that I can't give you guys all the in-depth analysis I want here. But I just think the minus 220 is just simply too high, and I don't want to bet an Oakland A's team that I thought was going to be one of the worst teams in baseball this year. And right now they're putting it together, having a nice little stretch on offense. But
they're doing the Moneyball thing, man. Low pay, Like
They
smart
fucking always do.
move.
Billy Bean. I hope Billy Bean gets out of there soon. But off this game for me. Let's keep it rolling here.
One thing I was going to tell you though, because real quick on this, and then I'll let it go. My bad. But
Oh, go ahead.
with Blackburn, one thing you want to look at with pitchers, one stat that's important, you don't just look at strikes. You need to look at like how many swing and miss strikeouts they're getting and how many swing and miss strikes they're getting. That's much more important than just strikes, right? So you want to look at the swing and misses, and he's getting a lot of those. And then on the other side, you want to look at contact, right? And the contact, I know we only have a small sample size, but the contact that I saw last time out with Ryu, I'm not messing with that, man. He was getting hit hard. I'm talking like his ball was over. You always hear me say it, flat and over the plate. I'm not messing with that shit, man.
Jake Burns, thank you for the compliments. He likes you and Donnie. Cabby, just like such a shout out to you. Brandon Porter, by the way, A's looked tired last night. I think that continues tonight with their bats. Don't hate that. Real Deal Pryans, obviously shocker. Jays win. Would not expect that from you, Real Deal. By the way, the max bet for my man Lamont Williams here, Nets, Washington. I believe that would be Nationals here. I'm guessing that's what you're talking about. Nets Nationals parlay, perhaps, like that. So let's keep it moving here. And by the way, Moose Money, a great stat here. Good ball to strike ratio, high weight whiff rate means elite stuff. Yes,
he said that better than me.
CSW. If you're keeping track at home, that's the stat that a lot of people reference. CSW, that's caught swing rate. That's in a percentage. So that's a good stat that I look at. And if you're looking for good pitchers, look at that. J Yim with the $10 donut. I appreciate you, my man. J Yim. LFG Jose, baseball season, great work. I appreciate you, J Yim. J Yim, that banner. You hear that, J Yim? We're gonna put that banner up there. I'm gonna take it and we're gonna roll it back up there, J Yim. I appreciate you and your $10 dono. Moose Money coming in here. By the way, shout out to Moose Money. Cab, you're a fucking pitcher as well. You're, I guess, a coach.
Yeah, me and him chat. Yeah.
Moose Money, fucking his pitching staff out here throwing no hitters, fucking left and right.
Yeah, four of them, right?
Money got in the water over there. He's got the sticky stuff. I don't know what he's got, but he's got like 6 kids throwing no hitters. Shout out to Moose Money for being a great baseball coach.
Let's go. And a good guy, man. I've been talking to him lately. You know, he just he's great at capping baseball. He just recently started doing stuff on Twitter, but he knows his stuff for sure.
Yeah, shout out to you, my man. So let's keep it moving here. As always, next game I've got some action on. I've got the Atlanta Braves here both ways, and I'm glad that you're on the show for this one because you are the number one Nick Martinez hater. So you know what, Cap? I'm gonna let you take the floor here. I'm not gonna introduce the game. I'm gonna sit back and I'm gonna let you just drag Nick Martinez.
Okay.
While we make fun of Moose Money's favorite team here.
Okay, but you want me to go back over what I did last time? Because I mean, I will. Look, the
sure,
guy,
whatever you want to do.
Don't tell me about his last start. I watched it. I don't care if he had 6 strikeouts. He pitched out of trouble every single fucking inning. He had a guy on third in the first inning. He had a guy with less than 2 outs. He had a guy on third in the second inning with less than 2 outs. He gave up a run in the third inning. It was not a good start. Nick Martinez is not a good pitcher. Okay. I'm impressed that he got it up to 93, I guess, but he's 92. It's flat. It doesn't move. His curveball, it might look like it moves a lot, but it's very easy to pick up. It's straight over the top. And like I just said, hitters can see that. His stuff is just, it's all average, which makes it below average. He's just not a good pitcher. There is no way that's going to change. He just doesn't have movement on his pitches. It's not something you can just fix. I've seen this guy pitch for a long time. When he was on the Rangers, I watched him. And yeah, he's a fade, in my opinion. Anytime he pitches, he's a fade. So that's that. And especially...
Go ahead. Sorry.
I was about to say getting minus 110 with the Braves. And I know that the Braves have been struggling, but with their lineup, man, and the way they match up against Martinez, are you kidding me, man? Like this I almost 2-unit bet this when I broke it down, but I didn't. But I mean, I did put 1 unit on the first 5. I don't do parlays hardly ever. I don't double bet units. I stick to my unit bets, but this one, man, I wanted to because Nick Martinez, he can kick rocks, man. That's all I gotta say.
Yeah, I think it's crazy that we're getting a minus 110 price on them. I got the Braves first five minus a half at plus 120, which, man, that's wild to think right there. And Braves money line at minus 112, so you can get a little better odds than me right now. I just think it's crazy that you're getting so much respect for Nick Martinez here against the defending world champions, and I think that might be yeah. In case of last start, we can talk about that. But I think that also is to do with Ian Anderson looking so shitty at his first start out this year against the Cincinnati Reds. 2 2/3 inning pitch, 3 hits, 5 earned runs, 5 walks, 1 K. Just you could tell basically immediately that he just didn't have it. The announcers were like, yeah, it's coming out of his hand funny and everything. I actually got lucky because I bet the no run in the first inning for his start. It was him and Hunter Green, and it cashes. And then the following 2 innings he pitches just terrible. Just couldn't get any guys out. Couldn't get strikes, essentially. He was walking guys in the first inning, and I just got lucky, and he got out of it. So I'm going to take – I think he's a good enough pitcher. I think he's honestly – I would call him a top 10 pitcher in baseball, top 15 at least. And I think he'll go figure it out, get his release points down, and have a better start, obviously, than last time out. And we don't have to talk much about Nick Martinez. I would just – if he does it again, then I'll be pretty shocked and a brave offense that
look, the Giants let him pitch out of that. That's all there is to it. The Giants let him pitch out of that. Okay, I'm telling I know the numbers look like he had a wonderful start, and numbers are numbers, but in baseball, numbers can lie. It's not like everything else. He like I said, he didn't throw good, man. He got a few. He was getting hit hard too, bro. I'm talking just barreled up, dead center, ripped into right field, but just right at people. And that's the thing, baseball, even if he does have a quote unquote good outing, watch what I'm talking about. He gets hit hard. His stuff is flat. He puts it over the plate. He makes the mistakes that won't sustain somebody long-term in baseball.
Yeah, you're right. You're completely right. Let's go to the chat because the chat's popping off about this game, and I appreciate it. Jansen's still closing. Yes, he got his first Braves save yesterday. So shout out to him. Pretty surprised. Well, I'm not surprised. I think he'll fall apart later. Atlanta bullpen, though, from Moose Money. Maybe a first 5 for sure.
That's what
you're not on the night staff anymore, Moose Money? Tell me about that. I'd like to hear what you think there. Kenny, Real Deal say if he pitches a perfect game, I'll be pissed. You know what? If anyone pitches a perfect game, I'll be pretty happy, even if I bet against it. I will admit that.
Nick Martinez won't pitch a perfect game.
That would be hilarious, though. Hoops 590. I bet Rays plus 120, and the Brewers under 8.5 there. Sean Thompson, what's up, buddy? Lamont Williams says, I don't like doing first 5, but if it pays off, that's good. I think I like doing them a lot more personally. I like avoiding the bullpens there. It's just personal preference there. So is Dabby Cab. He's a big first 5 guy as well. You never know what you're going to get from a bullpen, unless it's the Yankees, because they fucking shut down everyone, apparently.
Or the Rangers, because they give up runs to everyone.
Exactly. Moose Money again. The Padres, he puts this perfectly, I think. This is a good way, and this is a good visual. So I want everyone to close your eyes when you think of this and you hear this, and you just imagine the Padres overs right now, minus Tatis, is like kissing your grandma's friend. Just and uncomfortable.
Shout out to Big Boss. He probably already did.
Yes, well, yeah, Big Boss. And he did apologize. Sorry, Big Boss. Don't but we appreciate that. And by the way, Not Flush Allen asking a good question. What can you get the I think he said Braves team total over? Sorry, let's say Padres. Braves team total over right now. You can get that 4 minus 110 at Bovada, 4.5 plus 120. 4 doesn't look bad. 4 doesn't look bad.
4.5 doesn't look bad for plus 120 either.
Yeah, I like the 4 just to have the option to push there, but those don't look bad at all.
So I don't know if you take them right now or at the end, Jose, but I was on Atlanta here in the first 5. I got minus 110 for the first 5 on the money line.
Yeah, I got him. I got a minus a half, minus 120 or plus 120. So I'm on. I'm on. And by the way, Moose Money says I like to max it, and the guys, it's just Jansen. Jansen, yeah, I think he's washed up. I don't think he ends the year as their closer. I think Will Smith will take that job back, personally. What's up, Nasty Nate? Appreciate you for joining. Brandon Porter on the over 8 at plus 1.5. Or sorry, 8 over 8.5 at plus 105. So I like that. F the bullpen from DJ Big Boss. Shout out to you, Kenny Rogers. Appreciate you for watching. Ain't doing shit today except getting high and watching pancakes. Getting high and washing pancakes, eating pancakes. I appreciate that.
I want some pancakes, bro. God,
and Oberus says, my grandma has some friends. Joke's on you.
Yo, Real Deal Prime just gave somebody the Will Smith slap.
Will, hey. Hey, you know what it is. You know what it is. By the way, a question from Nasty Nate for you real quick. Ask Cabby if he knows that guy that you had on that played on the Brewers. Who did I have on that played on the Brewers? Oh, Nicky Marino. He got drafted by the Brewers apparently as well. So that was interesting. Yeah, so that was a good story. I didn't know that. So shout out to him.
I do not know who he is. Sorry.
Yeah, I didn't expect you to, but I will ask. Nasty Nate asked a question. I have to oblige. Shout out to Nate. Hope to see you in September. Next game, Detroit Tigers, Kansas City Royals. The Boot Man, Chris Bubich here. Woo, man, is he? He had a terrible start. 2 2/3 innings pitched. That is not 1 2/3 innings pitch. That is not 1 complete innings. That's 2 outs in a game. He got 2 outs, 3 hits, 5 earned runs, 2 walks versus
it happens, bro. No,
vaunted Cleveland Guardians. And it does happen, yes. But you can't take my money here. Fuck that.
No.
Honestly, I'm looking at the odds right now at plus 103, minus 123. Why are the Royals minus 123? They haven't been able to hit shit.
No, dude, literally they couldn't hit it like a fucking beach ball, bro. If somebody pitched a beach ball at him right now, they'd probably pop it up to the catcher. I swear to God, man. It's so bad.
So I need to chat. You guys let me know what you guys think about this game. Obviously, I'm interested in what you guys have to say here. But there's no chance I would lay a minus 120 on the Boop Man here after such a shitty start. And Matt Manning, he dominated last time out. And I like Matt Manning. I think Matt Manning could be a bet-on pitcher throughout the year. 6 innings pitched, 1 hit, 1 earned run, and there was a home run versus the Red Sox. 2 Ks, no walks.
I'd be careful betting on him, man. I got something written down here that really bothers me. In 85 innings pitched last year, he gave up 96 hits. That's not okay. That's too much. That's a lot.
I can't. You know what? I maybe we'll lead to the over here, but I just don't want to bet on this Royals offense. Yeah. I honestly, Javi Baez and the Tigers have looked pretty good. I thought Javi Baez looked shockingly good. I thought he'd be worse than he is, and he's been pretty all right. So I'm not going to lay the minus 120 on the Boob Man here. Even money, I wish you could give me like a plus 120 on this for the Tigers, but I'm off this game. I could be convinced into a first 5 Tigers here, guys. I'm not going to lie. I really could be convinced on a first 5 Tigers here.
Well, what I got written down, Jose, I didn't play it, but I can't get first 5 team totals, which really sucks, man. But I wrote down that I'd look at a first 5 over for the team total over for the Tigers, maybe. I don't know. And I can't. I'm not betting this game. I can tell you that right now. 96 hits and 85 innings. That's more than 1 hit per inning. That's a lot. You understand what I'm saying? Like, that means he's getting hit a lot. And I'm not betting an over with Kansas City.
Perhaps I think this is the most. If you guys watch closely, you guys just saw my face when I just pulled up a number. The no run in first inning in this game is minus 145. That is fucking insane.
Especially with these pitchers.
Insanity. There's no fucking chance I would bet that. The yes run is plus 110. This is the first game all year where I'm like, am I really should take a yes run in the first game?
I mean, it's a good bet for, I feel like nobody ever talks about the yes and first run in the first inning, but man, there are ways to look at that. If you're only looking at no, then I don't want to say you're flipping a coin, but I feel like you're not thinking straight. You have to be able to look both ways at something. And if you can't look both ways at something, maybe look somewhere else. And that, for me, that's how it is for me.
And I figured I found it now. I figured out why the numbers are they're as high as they are. Career versus the Tigers, Chris Bubich, 2-0, 2-1 or 2.28 ERA, 4 starts, and 27 innings pitched, 7 earned runs, 3 home runs, 24 Ks, 13 walks. So those numbers aren't even that great, but you can see he has success against the Tigers historically. I mean, I would argue back to those numbers that this Tigers offense is a little different. You know, Javi Baez, Meadows, Baду, all those guys. That's crazy to me. That it's a minus 145. That's really, really crazy to me. So that I'm going to stay off this game.
That kind of supports too, because if you just think about numbers, man, and I know it's just one inning, but that points you towards the first 5 under. That's really the only way I'd look, and I'm not doing it. So,
yeah. I mean, and by the way, DJ makes a good point here. It's hard to take the yes, but it hits, man. It does. It does hit, and I think mentally, I think that's one of the hardest bets to take, like to put your money on, because you got 3 or 6 outs.
All I'm saying is we should have hammered I don't know if it was the first time or the second time I came on with you, and we were talking about the Rays and the Oakland game, and they had the 2 first-time pitchers on the mound, and I went over their minor league stats and stuff. I knew they were both going to give up runs, at least one of them. We should have taken that one. But yes, it is very hard to bet.
Big Show, by the way, finding you the first half or first 5 team total over 2.5 or plus 145 for the Tigers. That's
a good value, man.
That's a good one. That's a good one. So
thank you, Big Show. I'm gonna have to write that down and keep that in my head.
And by the way, Torkelson definitely won them that game last night. I was on the first 5, like you guys know. I kind of got lucky. They scratched across a run in the bottom of the 4th, and then the ace Brad Keller, who again is bet on now, I guess. He's turned into the ace of that staff. Shut him down. So I appreciate that. That's when I thought when I got that run, I was like, wow, I'm about to have a big night because the fucking Cubs were up 3-0.
Man, I was on the Cubs too, and if I would have got them, it would have made my night. I would have been 5-1 instead of 4-2, and we all know that everyone counts.
Unbelievable. So let's keep on moving here. By the way, Sean Thompson, hometown Tigers here, and so is Big Show. Sean, let me know what you think about the Tigers here. And Lamont says take the yes.
I don't hate it at all. I mean, it's got value, and yeah, I don't hate it.
You see me writing this down right now? Yes, run in the first inning. We're gonna see here. I'm gonna come back to it at the end of the show, and if we're still baffled at this number, we'll see.
Okay.
We'll see. I mean, the career numbers for Bubic were pretty convincing, but we'll see.
I just don't like taking run totals and the things that have to do with scoring runs in that ballpark, though. And I know people can score anywhere, but that place is a graveyard, man.
Jeffrey Blue hit 3 hits minus a half, I believe. Or no, he hit 3 minus a halves around plus 130, plus 300 each. Bunch of yes and runs in the first inning too, man. Yeah, I mean, Jeffrey Blue says also it's the most fun bet in baseball. I agree. I think it's the almost opposite, and I think it's his cousin, the no run in the first inning is the most exciting bet.
How many yes runs in the first inning have you bet and hit, though?
None. That's a good point.
Okay, it's absolutely a blast.
Good point. And Nick, yes, I do write left-handed. I'm left-handed pitcher, and I write left-handed. Next game, the Minnesota Twins versus the Boston Red Leggings. Kenny Rogers, that's with my right hand. Tanner Houck, Sonny Gray. And I think I'm going to get on the Red Sox here, and I just need to find a way to do it. I need to find a way to do it.
I want to hear this. I've been looking forward to what you say about this. Because, this one to me, look, I know that when we cap, some people might not want to hear this, but I can't help it. Like gut instincts for me in baseball, they come out. I want to be on the Red Sox here. It caps for Minnesota. So this game is, I want to hear what you have to say.
Well, the issue is it's juicy to bet them. I guess you could bet them first 5. That's what I will write down here to start off. First 5 minus a half at plus 105. Now, simply like I said, I capped the baseball, the pitchers, and I think that's the most important part. Sean Thompson has the Red Sox on his card. Sonny Gray, 4.2 innings pitched, 4 hits, 2 earned runs, 2 walks, 4 Ks. A better appearance than I expected. I faded him. I ended up winning the bet. I believe it was the Mariners that he pitched this against. I should have wrote that down. But so he had a pretty good start. He was cruising and then had some trouble at the end of his start there, and then I kind of got him in the issue. My thing is that he sucks against the Red Sox historically, career-wise, and his last start against the Red Sox was in 2018, which was a juggernaut Red Sox team, and then he got 16 and 17. So it's been a while since he pitched against the Red Sox, and that's why, honestly, I didn't make it official immediately. I lost some line value there, but you know that how that goes. But against the Red Sox, career 1-6, a 6.4 ERA, and 8 games started. In 18, 5 innings pitched, 6 earned runs. 17, 5 innings pitched, 2 earned runs, 7 hits, 2 walks. And in 16, 3.2 innings pitched, 7 earned runs, 8 hits.
2018 is a long time ago, though. And that's
exactly it is, and I will admit that in 2018, completely. Well, it wasn't really completely different, but it's one of the greatest baseball teams ever assembled, I would say. So, and we say that all that to say, I think the Red Sox offense will come back after a shitty performance yesterday, and we got to play defense too. Obviously, Tanner Houck on the other side. I mean, he's a pitcher that I've been scared to bet on him. You know, I'll be honest. He's got control issues. Let's see, 3.2 innings pitched, 6 hits, 3 earned runs, 3 walks, 3 Ks last time out. So that's, again, not a surprising start by him against the Yankees, but his sinker was doing things. I honestly, and the thing that really swayed me towards this first 5 bet that I'm going to make official here now is Tanner Houck, home ERA at 2.6 or 2.86 ERA. Likes pitching at home, obviously more comfort for a young pitcher at home. So I'm taking the Red Sox first 5 minus a half at plus 105 here, and I'm gonna add them onto my card right now.
See, like I said, I don't hate it. That's what I want to bet, but I can't. It's hard for me to bet something just because I want to, and I do it. What you just said makes sense, though. You know.
Yeah, I'm gonna write that down here.
Sinker ball pitchers scare me, man, because like it's such a beautiful pitch and it's wonderful, but like when it's not on, sinker ball pitchers struggle. If their sinker's not working, they're not working. But if it's on, they're wonderful. Double plays, just swing
and I'll tell you this: it's not even that he's per se like a sinker ball pitcher. I think Red Sox fans want him to become one. He doesn't throw it as much as people want him to. He still throws a fastball, but you know, I mean, we can keep saying it until the cows come home. Control issues. Yep. If he throws strikes, he's successful, and doesn't, and he's not, and that you'll be able to tell quickly. I have a feeling, and I don't love the Red Sox bullpen this year. Honestly, they've had good numbers to start off, but I don't love it. It's anxiety ridden every time, and Hansel Robles right now is the Red Sox closer, which is fucking. Right there. Jake Diekman is very on and off, so we'll see. That's why I'm leaning first 5 here, honestly. I don't love the Red Sox bullpen, and Tanner Houck doesn't go more than 2 times through an order. You know, it's very rare when he goes more than 2 times through an order, so I think it'll probably be 4 innings pitched, 5 innings pitched, and we'll see how he does. So that I'm betting on Tanner Houck here to dominate the Twins, and hopefully the Red Sox offense can figure it out from there. Because I can't tell you much about the Red Sox offense. There's no good stats to tell you about them, except they've got the names on that team that will make you think they can't struggle like this forever. So,
I think this first 5 is a good pick, man. I think this is a good pick.
I'll say this now. This is my homer thing of the day. Trevor Story hasn't done much since coming on the Red Sox so far. You know, he's been on and off, had some good defensive plays. I wouldn't be surprised if he homers today. I think Trevor Story gets his first Red Sox home run today.
Okay. So what's the juice on that? Do you know? Or we can look it up later?
You know what? I will look it up later. I would appreciate if the chat actually did that favor for me. Look up Trevor Story home run prop. And if you guys can do that for me, I'll make that official as well.
Oh, okay.
All right. Next game, Philadelphia Phillies, Miami Marlins. A fun pitching matchup for the baseball heads here. Ranger Suarez, Trevor Rogers. I faded Ranger Suarez to success last time. 2.2 innings pitched, 5 hits, 3 earned runs, a walk, and a K versus Trevor Rogers, a pitcher I like. I think I actually bet on him and lost against the Giants last time. 5 innings pitched, 6 hits, 3 runs, 2 of them earned, a walk, and 3 Ks. I think they're good. I think they're both good pitchers, honestly, in their day. But I want to see Ranger Suarez pitch like he did last year before I start betting on him. And by the way, it's plus 370 at Bet Rivers, I assume that is. So shout out to UC James. I'm going to write that down, and then I will put that out here. I think. There we go. Thank you. Appreciate it. But yeah, I like both of these pitchers here. I lean towards the under here. I honestly wanted to look at a no run in the first inning, but it was honestly I was hovering my hand over the fucking button. I was like, am I gonna do this? And then my hand started trembling. I was like, I don't know. And then you look at Suarez's number. Yeah, exactly. The Rangers Suarez, look at his numbers. He's like, well, he's got 18 innings pitched, and I need a bigger sample size. So
that's what I wrote.
I'm off this game right now. I just didn't have the heart to bet it, honestly. You know, some better cappers out there will probably have the heart to bet this game. And shout out to you guys. But I'm going to try to – I had like fucking 30 picks out yesterday. I go 4-4. I'm going to try to, you know, maybe reel it back a little bit as I say that with about like 8 picks are in this.
I'd say you're like 2 less today, right? Like,
yeah. I mean, it's volume capping, baby. Volume capping.
Hey, man, you've been doing great. Just keep going.
I like both these pitchers, so I'm gonna take nothing here. I'm gonna enjoy the game. I'm gonna watch it, perhaps crack open a nice cold one, you know, and we'll see how both these guys do. If Ranger Suarez starts pitching like he did last year, that'll make me feel a lot better about my Phillies plus 500 to win that division bet. So, we'll say this. I said it. I think I said it yesterday when the series started. The Marlins, for some reason, just beat the shit out of the Phillies every year. I don't know why. Whatever state their team is, they just have their number. And correct me if I'm wrong, they won yesterday, right? Pablo Lopez had a great start, by the way. Actually America's favorite reoccurring segment on the show. Did Pablo Lopez DM me? The answer is no. Has not seen it though, so does make me feel better. Has not seen it. But I commented yesterday, so
You can tell if somebody's seen a DM.
Yeah, it tells you.
Man, I don't even know that.
I appreciate it. I need it. And again, me and Pablo, we're close personal friends. We've DM'd before, obviously. And Jedi for Life found Trevor's story at 400. So I appreciate it. And Puzzler found it at plus 387 for Penny. Dang, look at that, guys. I appreciate you guys for doing that. Searching for me. I'm going to make that official later on in the show, just because you guys did that searching for me. Cab, I've got nothing on this game. What are you having in this?
Same, man. Suarez, you said it. He's got to show me more, man, because obviously he has shown the potential to be better than good. He's shown the potential to be great, but he also has had some just absolutely horrible innings where he's just blown up and completely derailed, gone off the tracks, and I don't want to have a part in that until I see some consistency from this guy. So to me, this is a scary game, just simply because I don't feel like we know what we're going to get. Like, both of these pitchers could, shut it down, but I just haven't. I'm not comfortable enough, or it hasn't been proven to me yet. So I'm off this game, man.
Good point here by Moose. Phillies away from home could be a fade. That offense will need a smaller ballpark, and you got Schwarber in left. Yeah, I mean, we said it yesterday. I thought it was a really funny part about this Phillies offense. They can't DH JT Real Muto on his off days just to get him back on that. They can't get him out there. It sucks because they've had so many DHs. So I think that'll be interesting. Off this game will be a fun game. A lot of opinions on this game. Some people saying they like Trevor Rogers, which is good. El Dorado Custodian says I'll take Trev, pretty good. Ranger Suarez. I think there's Sean Thompson said earlier this Ranger should dice up this offense, and I think you're right. He should for what he showed last year, but need to see it again. Just need to see him to me again this year.
I didn't say this, but I have it written down. So shout out to him for saying that. I thought the Philly first 5 team total under might be a look, but again, I can't get the team total unders or overs in my book, so either of them.
Okay,
in the first 5.
I don't hate that look at all. So I'm gonna keep it rolling here. Trevor Rogers is a good pitcher. Shout out to all the Rogers, Taylor, Tyler, all of them. Next game, the San Francisco Giants versus the Cleveland Guardians. Cal Quantrill versus Anthony DeSclafani. A great team, or I should say, I don't know what we're calling it. I guess it's a total, first 5 total, I should say. A great first 5 total bet by me yesterday, first 5 under 4. A ridiculous price. We actually have another one of those on the card today that I thought was another stupid price that I think will, I think it's my most confident bet. I can perfectly say today that that's the best bet on the card. I think it's the last game on the card too, so stick around for that. DeSclafani, sure. I told you guys that I'm going to fade these pitchers, the older pitchers that had success last year coming over for the first time. 3 2/3 inning pitch, 8 hits, 2 earned runs, a walk, and 5 Ks versus Miami. Cal Quantrill on the other side at Kansas City Royals, so take that with a grain of salt with the shitty offense right now. 5 innings pitched, 4 hits, 2 earned runs, 2 Ks, and a walk. I'm off this game. I think it's a fun game. I'm pretty surprised to see the Guardians as favorites here. Honestly, I guess you could call them a slight favorite. I'm pretty surprised by that. If anything, I would take the Giants here. Just based on, I think I was going to say they have a better offense, but honestly, it's
No, both of them suck. Cleveland's going to come back down to earth.
Yeah, and we need to make a note of that too. Obviously, like you said, they're not going to keep up this hard, this amazing hitting. So I think there's going to be like a 2-week stretch where all of those dudes just get cold, and that's when we have to start just fading them, taking the team total unders, because obviously they're going to come back
Started
down.
yesterday.
So yeah, I mean, it started yesterday with Ruth Rondon, and I mean that was easy money right there. I thought he might be the one that struggled, and he went out there and did his thing. So shout out to him, going for that NL Cy Young. But I like Disclafani on a bounce back here. I mean, his first start wasn't even that awful, but on the road, that has me a little scared. Kyle Quantrill's not a slapdick pitcher either. And I mean, the legend of Quan is always something you've gotta deal with apparently now. So I'm off this game. I wish I could. It makes me feel bad a little bit that I just keep passing on these games. But I'm telling you guys,
like 6 plays.
Yeah, well, they're all in like 3 games, but they're all in like 3 games. I feel bad passing, but like Jimmy says, I can tell you guys the bets that I make. I can't give you the fake bullshit. I can't give you some nonsense that I'm not betting. I'll give you leans. But I just ultimately not my game here. Stay off spot for me, Cab. What do you got?
So I'll just jump to it. I took the no run in the first inning here.
Let's go.
Gonna get a little palm sweaty on this one, man. Like Jimmy always says. Both these pitchers, like you said, they've got good numbers. I don't think either of these teams are good hitting teams. I don't know if you saw me sifting through my pages. I had some really good no run in first inning stats to back this play right here, and I can't find where I have them written down, but just know I have them. Okay.
I'm glad that you do. By the way, I'd like to start another new segment. I'm actually stealing this segment from another baseball podcast I listened to, and it's quite simply, why haven't you got a hit yet? We are a week and a half-ish into the season. I don't know. And I just I'm going to go look at the hit total right now. I'm going to look at who does not have a hit and who has the highest ABs. And I'm going to ask a simple question. Why haven't you got a hit yet? And we're going to keep track, and we're going to see who doesn't get a hit for the longest amount of time here. And right now, leading candidate for that on this Cleveland Guardians squad is catcher Austin Hedges. So, Austin Hedges, why haven't you got a hit yet? 0 for 19 to start off with right now. More of them, by the way. There's a lot of people that haven't got a hit yet. Seemingly catchers. Carson Kelly, 0 for 15. Why haven't you got a hit yet? Martin Maldonado, 0 for 4. Why haven't you got a hit yet? So just, we're just asking questions. We're asking questions. We'll be keeping track of all 3 of those catchers very closely. And by the way, 2 more. I almost missed them. They almost slipped through my fingers here. Tommy Pham. Why don't you have a hit yet? 0 for 19.
Oh, how many 0 for 19s they got, man? Golly.
4 Ks, 4 walks. That's not as bad, but 0 for 19. Tommy, just a 1-year deal for the Cincinnati Reds. You're supposed to be the guy that stays at offense. Why haven't you got a hit yet? And lastly, Victor Robles, who is on this list probably quite frequently because he's not very defensive outfielder. 0 for 16. Why haven't you got a hit yet, Victor? So we're going to keep track of those guys. Carson Kelly, Victor Robles, all those guys. Miguel Sano, by the way, he should be on this list, but he fucking cranked daddy to home run yesterday off of Nick Pivetta, 1 for 21. So remember those names, guys, and ask, why haven't they got a hit yet? Keep that in mind. Nothing for you in this game besides the no run in the first inning, correct?
No, but anybody who's looking, I would lean first 5 under, maybe a full game under. Again, I just feel like this is where this is going to start trending. I think we're going to see Cleveland trending down, hitting. I wish I could find where I had this written down because it was really interesting. But the thing is these guys they're consistent, right? And hitters, sure, they can jump on pitchers early. It happens all the time. But when you have your consistent pitchers that are filling the strike zone up, making good to decent pitches, usually it's the second and third time through the lineup that the hitters are going to get to these pitchers, right? And a lot of what I was looking at just lines up. I mean, they're consistent. They're going to come in and throw strikes. So, yeah, that's why I'm on that one.
Ricky Bobby, there's your answer right there. Under 8, don't hate that at all. And by the way, Oberus likes the no run in the first inning. Wilson Alejo comes in. What's up, Jose and Cab? Picks here: Red Sox over 9.5, Brewers over 8.5, Royals over 8. Good luck, everyone. Thank you, Wilson, for putting your picks in the chat. Remember, you guys are the ones that really make this show go. So I appreciate you guys for watching and hit that like yet. Appreciate that. And by the way, Sean Thompson asking a good question for myself. Why haven't I gotten a hit yet? Good question. It's a good question. Don't know that. Next question, or next game, I should say. Washington Nationals, Pittsburgh Pirates, the bum fight. Series that I'm not going to watch. I have not watched a second of this. I bet on the Pirates the other day. I didn't watch because I don't want to watch this series. There's so much better baseball. Josh Rogers on the mound, who I guess, he dominated last time, and it was shocking to see. I didn't expect bad. 5 1/3 innings pitched, 2 hits, an earned run, 2 walks, 3 Ks against the defending world champions, the Atlanta Braves at Atlanta Braves. So that's a really, really impressive start for Josh Rogers right there.
He's not bad, man.
I agree with you. I agree with you wholeheartedly. I don't think he's that bad. If you can do that, let's see him do it again. But let's see it. But that's an impressive start. Bryce Wilson, who I was on this program saying I like Bryce Wilson, and this is the day. This is the anniversary. I don't know. I said that I'd like the Pirates money line against the Cardinals. I didn't make it official. Bryce Wilson gives up like 3 hits or 3 runs.
Bad.
I disagree. Bryce Wilson, he gives up 3 runs immediately. He locks it down, and then Steven Matz came in and gave up a grand slam, and the Pirates went on to win that game. Shout out to Michael Chavis, the Ice Horse.
Hey, you got the win, though, right?
Yeah, I didn't make it official. I didn't bet it, but I made me feel better about myself, made me feel good about my capping. I like I said, I like Bryce. Maybe I've got a vividness bias of him being Atlanta Brave pitching well in the playoffs. 4 innings pitched, 5 hits, 3 earned runs, 2 Ks and a walk at St. Louis. That's a pretty good start. So, honestly, I guess I would lean to an under and the Pirates here, but I'm not fucking – no thank you. I'm not going to do anything here. This is not going to take my money.
I got to counter you on Wilson, man. His very, very, very best season that he had, and he only pitched 15 innings, was a 4.02 ERA. That was a breakout season for him, man.
And I'll tell you, I have no statistical analysis to back up why I like Bryce Wilson. I'll just tell you that I saw him pitch in the playoffs in Atlanta.
He's bad, dude.
And I was pretty impressed. And I thought he was going to be a decent starter for the Braves. He obviously gets to ship to Pittsburgh because they've got bukus of starters in Atlanta. And I think he's a good pitcher. I think he's okay. I think he's a good pitcher for the Pittsburgh Pirates. Like I said, he got the win against the Cardinals. He didn't officially.
He pitched in the playoffs, good, and they said, "Oh shit, we can actually get money for this guy now. Get the fuck out of here."
So I'm not betting this game. I'm not betting this game. I'll look for my spots to take Bryce Wilson when he's a plus money dog here, but just not for me.
Not for me either. And I'm on the opposite side. If I had a free bet, it would be first 5 with the Nationals. But again, a dumpster fire game.
By the way, Sean Thompson asking or saying something, a smart thing. I don't know how I missed Helen Keller Day. Helen Keller Day. Bad capping on my part. When you got this guy on the mound, you gotta know. You gotta know. That is bad capping on your part. I hate to say it. I didn't want to say it, but you're better than that. Next game, Los Angeles Angels versus the Texas Rangers. Noah Syndergaard back on the mound versus Taylor Hearn. Noah Syndergaard has not made 2 starts in a season in a long time, so I'm happy to see it. Obviously, he dominated his last time out. Noah Syndergaard, 5 innings pitched, 5 1/3, I should say, 2 hits, 0 earned runs, 2 walks, and a strikeout versus the Houston Astros.
And it wasn't a fluke, man. Boy, he looked good. He looked good.
He did. And my question, I guess, here, I don't know. Is it a product of him not having a lot of tape out there and the Astros not being able to watch him and see what he's going to do and expect anything?
No, man.
Or was it him just being back?
He's back, I think. I said that about Darvish, and then we all saw what happened to him last game. So, and again, I want to say that one more time. I will be on Darvish next time. I know a lot of people, a lot of really good cappers who have said, "Oh, so I'm fading him." He pitched 6 innings of no-hit baseball. And he looked good. There's also articles on top of articles, and most people are gonna be like, "That's just an excuse." But it's not like he said it after the game. Shout out to Moose. He's the one who pointed it out to me. Darvish can't pitch in the cold. He hates it. I couldn't pitch in the cold either. It was one of my least favorite things. I think Darvish will be fine this year. that was because of Thor that had me talking like that. Jose, he looked good, man. And remember I said that about Darvish, but dude, he looked good, like really good, like back. So I'm on the Angels first 5 here. You guys know how I feel about the Rangers. I was on the Angels first 5 yesterday, and I was losing 6-2 going into the 5th. And well, the Rangers did what the Rangers do. If they don't have a 15-run lead, it's not safe. You want to bet on a team that needs 15 runs to be safe? Go for it. Be my guest.
I'm gonna add this on my card, huh?
Let's go. Let's get some money right here.
I'm gonna add this on my card, huh?
Rangers suck, bro.
Yeah, I'm adding it. I'm gonna take the Angels full game. I'm
okay.
I'm gonna
That's
take
safe for you. That's safe.
I think like you said, they don't have a bullpen to worry about. So why would I worry? I mean, obviously the Angels don't have a stellar bullpen themselves, but they remind me again. How was that game yesterday? It was a bit of exciting for you, huh?
Oh, it was a blast, man. Like I just said, I needed 5 runs to cover my bet in 1 inning, and they got it. They got it quickly. And it was kind of what I was talking about too. I hope I said this on your show yesterday. I talked a lot of baseball yesterday, but the Rangers were in their bullpen from the very beginning of that game. If anybody struggles, their bullpen's already been used a lot this year because they suck. They can't pitch. If their bullpen struggles, then they have to get deeper into that bullpen, which their bullpen struggled, and they had to get deeper into that bullpen. So now that I'm saying all this, Jose, you might have just made a better play than me because this bullpen's exhausted and they're not good in the first place.
Yeah, I don't understand it. And by the way, forgot to mention this. Let's take a second. What the fuck is Joe Madden doing? Are you drunk, my man? Why are you walking Corey Seager with the bases loaded? What are we doing? I understand that it worked out or whatever you want to say. What are we doing?
I don't know, man. I thought it was. I thought it because I'd seen that on my phone because I had switched or something, and I was like, am I seeing this right? Is this a joke, man? Like I was like, what the fuck just happened?
And if you see it, the stat was going around. There's been 3 people walked with the bases loaded in like the last 20 years.
It's a recipe for a grand slam. You don't fucking walk the bases loaded, man. And the only time you walk the bases loaded is if it's second and third with 1 out and you got to get out of the inning. That's it. That is the only time you do it.
And even on top of that, you don't walk the guy with the bases loaded to give up a run. What are we doing? It was Bonds, Josh Hamilton in 2008, and Corey Seager, all the people that have been intensely walk with the bases loaded. And
I remember that Josh Hamilton at bat. I think they made the right choice right there.
Josh Hamilton, that was walked by Joe Madden again. Joe Madden did that too.
Oh, really? You're right. Okay, so he's got some crazy shit going on in his head, man. But I tell you what, when he walked Hamilton, that was the right choice. Hamilton's little comeback was short, but as somebody who watches the Rangers, God, that was fun to see those few years, man. God, that was so fun.
I have a rule. I don't give the other team free runs, so I don't believe in that.
No, I don't like it either. I don't like it either, man. Ever.
In any sense, with anyone, actually. And
you're one swing away from making that so you just gave them a run, and now you're one swing away from that being 5 runs.
Yeah, I mean,
that's
crazy.
Stupid.
And you saw Mike Trout's face too during it. The whole time when he did it, when they did it, he was just like, "What the fuck are we doing?"
Yeah. I didn't see it.
Immediately. That is going to be the first line. That's the first text message to Mike Trout's text message to the Angels general manager. Did Joe Madden really just fucking
walk a run in?
The bases loaded? Get this fucking guy out of here. What the? If they don't make the playoffs this year, he's for sure done.
I can tell you one thing, man. I'm not. I'd be like, okay, take me off the mound. Then I'm not doing this shit. You're not putting that on my stats, man. Get out of here.
And by the way, someone asked, I believe, Lil C asked, how do the Angels hit Hearn? I'll bring that up for you right here. 48 plate appearances, 43 at bats, 11 hits, 2 walks, 3 Ks, 14 strikeouts for the group, 258 batting average. Jack Mayfield hitting 333, 9 for 3 with a double. Ohtani is 1 for 7 with 4 Ks. So that's
dropping a couple bombs yesterday.
Yeah, he needed it, thankfully. Shout out to Ohtani. Mike Trout, 1 for 2. So it's not much, and Joe Adell's 4 for 6. That's a big guy. 2 home runs, 1 K for Joe Adell. So if you're looking for props, look at Joe Adell today. But I think I think this game's a stay off. Well, I should say I think this game's a stay off, but I actually did lock in Angels.
Yeah.
Money line minus 115, so it's not a stay off. I'm on the Angels, and the Angels are going to win. I believe in 4. Okay, so I'm in now. I just have to get myself mentally there. All right, so let's move on because that was a long breakdown. Shout out to the Angels, shout out to Joe Madden, and no shout out to the Rangers.
No, fuck the Rangers.
Yankees Orioles here. I was going to put a cage on me and just reinforce the embargo I have on betting against, or I should say it's not for, against the Yankees. My first instinct, honestly, was to bet the Orioles here. I don't like Jameson Taillon, but Tyler Wells was just so pathetic last time out. Just no reason at all. Not even one reason to bet on him. An innings and a third pitched. 3 hits, 4 earned runs, 2 walks, 2 Ks at Tampa Bay. A Tampa Bay team who we just said is kind of struggling on offense right now. And Tyler Wells was the cure for that for a little bit, but I just can't do it. Not for me. Jameson Taillon, 5 innings pitched, 5 hits, 2 earned runs on a home run, 6 Ks, no walks, and a good start versus the Blue Jays. I've got no opinion here. I'm off. I would lean under here. And by the way, Nutflush Allen, I saw your message. I just forgot to mention it. He also agrees with us. If whenever Texas goes ahead, live bet the Angels, live bet them. The Rangers are terrible. That's how I made the plus 800 bet against them. So
it's what I said, man. They need 15 runs for it to be safe. Do you really want to bet on a team like that? They might score 15 because they can hit. They can, but. That's it.
I mean, I agree with you. So I'm right there on you. Shout out to Nutflush Allen for watching as always. I appreciate you, my man. You're right about that. And that's the main note of that segment, I guess. Live bet against the Rangers throughout the whole year.
Yeah.
So I'm off this game. I think obviously a minus 180 for the Yankees is dumb, but their fucking bullpen doesn't give up any runs. So I mean, like, I don't like any of their starters essentially besides Luis Severino now. But it doesn't matter because all they have to do is go 4 or 5 innings, and then the bullpen shuts it down. Jonathan Lasagna, Michael King, all those guys, and fucking Aroldis Chapman, who's right now fresh and eventually will wear down. But they're just not a team that I can fuck with right now. Cap, what do you got?
Man, like, I always say this. I'm not a fan of anyone, man. If I used to be kind of a fan of the Rangers, but we all hear how I feel about them, right? So like, I'm not a fan of anyone. But I just don't like the Yankees. I never have. I kind of used to be a Boston fan growing up. And all that being said, and I know you're going to hate to hear this, I think this might be a good spot for the Yankees. I didn't bet it, and I don't think I'm going to bet it, but damn, I think this might be a good spot for the Yankees right here, man. Full game or first 5, full game run line if you want, maybe even alternate run line to get some plus money. I'm not doing it, but I think. I mean, I have it written down that this could be a really good spot for them. A lot of the numbers lean towards the Yankees here for me.
All right. Well, I can't dissuade you. I cannot dissuade you.
I'm not betting it, so it's all good.
I'm embargoed, so I'm going to keep moving on. Congratulations for the Yankees bullpen. Next game, Steven Matz and the St. Louis Cardinals versus the Milwaukee Brewers. I think this matchup's very interesting. I forgot how yesterday's game went off the top of my head right now, so I'll look at that in a second. Steven Matz versus Adrian Hauser. Honestly, 2 pitchers I don't like. 2 pitchers I don't want to bet on this year. I think Steven Matz needs to get a little. I think Steven Matz is one of those guys that needs to get acclimated. He needs to really get into the chair. Feel it out, get his grooves into the chair, all that stuff, so before he starts pitching well. He lost against the Pirates. I'm looking at you with a straight face, and if I tell you a pitcher loses against the Pirates, that means he had a bad start. Gave up that grand slam. I'm completely off this game. I honestly wouldn't dissuade anyone from a Cardinals money line look here at minus 105 with Matz. 3 innings pitched, 9 hits against the Pirates, 7 earned runs, 5 Ks, 1 walk. That's a good sign of it there. Hauser at Baltimore also, I think I would classify this as struggling against the Orioles. 3 2/3 innings pitched, 4 hits, 2 earned runs, 3 walks, 3 Ks. So I definitely would lean towards the Cardinals here. I think the Cardinals are the better team, and like I said, I have them in the futures and divisions and all that stuff. So I'll take the Cardinals here, but just a lean for me. Cap, what you got?
I'm actually on the same page here. Unlike the last game, I agree with you, man. When I talk about pitchers being flat, what that means is so you need a downward angle on your pitch, yeah. And if you don't have that downward angle, the ball, just like when you hit a ball, right, you want to get the backspin going. If you don't have the right downward angle on your pitch, the ball comes back up over the plate. And when I see pitchers doing that, I want nothing to do with it because if your ball is going to travel back up over the plate, major league hitters are going to knock the shit out of the ball. And that's what's going on, man. And the Brewers, like, I know I've thrown the hat on the ground. I'm not do it again, man. God, I can't stand their team right now. I can't stand them. I can't bet on them. I bet against them once and they beat me. Like, fuck them. I'm done. I want nothing to do with it. I'd lean Cardinals, but no.
Yeah, Brewers are a tough team to cap. Lucius Fox has a 1K future on the Cardinals to win a division. He says it already looks terrible. Long season, my man. Long season. Keep it in there. I have a lot. I have the red. Yeah, I've got the Yankees to not make the playoffs for more money than I would like to have on it, but we'll see. I think we'll see. I'm not feeling great about that either, my man. Next game, the Chicago Cubs versus the Colorado Rockies. This is where I'm starting to lose my depth here, unfortunately. This is where I've started to didn't have enough time to cap all these games. Mark Leiter Jr.
Man, okay. So here's what I got on this one, man. He's not good, to sum it all up, right? He's not good. Go ahead.
What are we supposed to do with this? Like
over, okay? If you're going to play it first 5 over, that's the only thing I could look at here. You know, these two teams are like upper middle of the pack right now, and I know we don't have a very big sample size, but they're upper middle of the pack in scoring runs. But what they are doing right now is both of them have very good slugging percentages. The Rockies, you know, they got a 6% right now. The Cubs got a 9% right now. Neither of these pitchers are any good, man. They're just not. Again, this is baseball. They could both come out and throw a no-hitter. I don't fucking know. But these pitchers are not good pitchers. They're not bet-on pitchers by any means. This just screams first 5 over to me. I'm not doing it because I don't like betting on dumpster fire games. But it sure does. It feels like the right play here if I was going to make one.
Okay, fair enough. I've got nothing on this game. I'm still angry at the Cubs, truthfully, for doing me like that. I really thought they were going to have a big night in the Cubs. Really.
Rockies just keep winning, huh?
Yeah, man, the Rockies. I don't know what it is. Don't know what it is about this Rockies squad. They're frisky. They're frisky at home.
It's early.
Gerald Jones raises a good point. Should the Rockies really be minus 130 at home?
Rockies should never be minus 130.
But, you know.
But that's what I said yesterday, and I took the plus money on the Cubs, and I lost, so.
Look better. You just can't trust them. I agreed, man. You can't trust them. Bud Black, good managing, by the way. That motherfucker, man. Bases loaded, or I should say 2 guys on, or second and third. And the Cubs bring on Seiya Suzuki in the 5th inning. And I tweeted, I was like, thank God, David Ross, he cares about first 5 batters. Thank you for putting in Seiya Suzuki for this fucking at-bat. You're fucking manna from heaven. And it was 5-4, so I just needed 2 runs. And Bud Black is a fucking asshole. Of course, he walks Seiya and then gets the next guy out. I'm just like, ugh. I got so excited, too, when I saw
It's the baseball gods, bro. You can't. They will slap you if is the moment you say, oh, thank God I got this, or oh, they're gonna do this, man. It's just like, oh, no they're not. Here you go, let me show you how baseball goes. I'm telling you, there's no such thing as luck, but the baseball gods are real.
You're 100% right about that. Let's move on to the next game here. Game I'm on. We've talked about this man frequently. I'll say this: I have Seattle first 5 minus a half at plus 150.
Going against you here.
Big odds. And I've got Seattle team total over 3.5 at plus 110. I have said that I will be betting against Justin Verlander until further notice.
Let me tell you something. You're betting against somebody who in his career has thrown 2,993 innings and has a 3.33 ERA. You're going against the Tom Brady of baseball, bro.
He is exceedingly good.
Always. He was my favorite pitcher, like God, who was he with the Florida Marlins? When I was like a kid, man, like, and then he went to the Red Sox. You don't have any respect for what he did for your Red Sox?
You're wrong. You're thinking of the wrong guy here. This is Tigers.
Oh shit, my bad. I know who I'm thinking of now. Okay, but I'm
Who you
thinking of,
thinking of? Now I'm interested. Oh, you're thinking of Josh Beckett.
yes, yeah. How'd you catch that?
No,
Good
I
job,
just-
good job. I don't know why I said that, but the stats still line up, man. He's got a 3.3 ERA over almost 3,000 innings pitched. That's
I mean, yeah, he's the pitcher of the generation. He's one of the three pitchers of the generation. Him, Kershaw, and Scherzer are the three guys in this generation.
I played against Kershaw in high school. I tell you what, man. He hit a bomb off me. I was pitching really good in the 6th inning. He hit a 2-run bomb. He hit in high school also. But
Well, of course, yeah.
there was a freaking restaurant, bro. I'm going to go ahead and embarrass myself here. There was a restaurant behind Highland Park's field. That's where Kershaw went. Now, I say embarrass myself. I was a sophomore. He was a senior, and I was in the 6th inning, and I hadn't given up a run yet. That's pretty fucking good.
Yeah.
He's up with the guy on first. I think there was like 1 out. Dude, he hit it to the fucking restaurant.
Well, by the way, Moose Money wants to know if Stafford was on that team too.
Oh, yeah, he was their quarterback. They had Kershaw and Stafford. So, yeah, that was, I mean,
That's fine.
Yeah.
So, well, you say all that, yeah. Fucking Justin Verlander. Let's give him the suck off already. Whatever.
bro, he looks like he took steroids over the summer too.
Well, here's the thing: he fucking lost his steroids. He's the fucking face of the cheating scandal.
He juiced back up. I'm just gonna go ahead and say that right now.
I said this with Spin Doctor, and I'm glad that he was on with me for this show. For that show, he's the biggest sticky stuff guy out there. He was the godfather of the sticky stuff. And I will say this again. He learned it from, I think Spin Doctor said it was from Dontrell Willis. He taught him. And then Verlander went to the Houston Astros. And then Cole came in there. Cole learned it from Verlander and all this shit. And now look at him. Look at it. I'm looking at his spin rates. And I wanted to look at this. I didn't look at it before, and I'm glad I pulled it up now. Spin rates are the biggest thing you can see to tell if the guy's cheating or not. It's fucking black and white evidence. It's so obvious. If their spin rates are down all like 100 plus RPMs, he was cheating.
Yeah.
Fastball down 142 RPMs. Slider down 202 RPMs. Curveball down 221 RPMs. Come on. I'm gonna keep fading him here, and the shitty part about this is
you're fading him off of. I get it, but you're fading him off of like he didn't put sticky stuff on his fingers the whole time. He hasn't done it his whole life. Like
I don't know.
Dude,
I don't know. I think
as people think. And all that being said, like if you think that they're still not going to find some way to get something on their fingers, you're out of your mind. You're out of your mind.
See, here's the thing. I think Justin Verlander stopped using the sticky stuff the year that he fucking struggled, or I should say he started using it after he was struggling in Detroit. And by the way, everyone's saying, like everyone's cheating, blah, blah, blah. The point is now he's not cheating anymore, and he's not going to be as good. So he shouldn't be a minus 150. I fucking hate Chris Flexen. I don't want to bet on Chris Flexen.
Well, you just did, and you're going against somebody who's almost thrown 3,000 innings and has a 3.33 ERA.
Yeah, okay. I am. I was perfectly fine with doing it when Thor was against him. I was worried then. I thought Thor was going to come out and pitch poorly. He does his thing, sure. But, I mean, Flexen, not a horrible record against these Astros, I guess. 18 hits and 53 plate appearances, 340 average. That's not good. But a 1.71 FIP, or sorry, 2.31 FIP. 2.13. I'm dyslexic as hell.
So,
2.03 FIP.
Just a second ago said something about how there was a spitball, right? You can't lick your fingers on the mound. It's a balk if you do. And so I would always step behind the mound, and then I would, lick my fingers. I have to. It's habit. And it does help a little bit. And then that became a balk if you don't wipe it, right? If you lick your fingers and you don't wipe it. So it's just like when I say people are going to find it, it's simple. You lick your finger, these two fingers, right here, and then you wipe these two fingers. Boom. That's all you got to do. You wipe the other fingers and you step up and pitch.
See, and I think, he's not going to be fucking awful now, guys. I'm looking at you guys. I can say this with no fucking laughs, giggles. I think Justin Verlander is a good pitcher, and he is going to figure it out. But he's been pitching with sticky stuff, I think, for years now, several years. and it was legal, so he wasn't cheating. Whatever. I just like calling it cheating because I'm a troll. So I think it's going to take some adjustment. It's going to take some adjustment. So I take both of these Seattle Mariners bets. They beat the shit out of them yesterday, which is another thing that makes me a little worried about the Mariners. And on top of all that, I said it yesterday. This series is so important for the Mariners. This series, throughout the whole year, they need to beat the Astros so they can feel like they can win this division. So I'm going to take the Mariners here, first 5 for the big score, and team total over 3.5 there. And by the way, that first 5 plus 150. I just think that's a great price to fade a great pitcher who allegedly is changing stuff up. And Chris Flexen, again, not the greatest pitcher. That's why I took the team total too. So if I do lose that one bet, I will still have made some money on both bets with the juice, hopefully.
I don't hate it, man. But as you know, I took Houston first 5 here. I got minus 105. The reason I don't hate what you did is because you added a lot of value to your play, and I think that's something that I need to work on. I keep saying that. So
yeah, and I'll tell everyone this. I think one of the more important, one of my favorite things to do betting so far in the season, and my record's not up there, so we don't have to talk about that. But I've had success, obviously, is if I think the underdog team can win outright, or if I think they can compete in the first 5, I'm not betting the plus a halves. I mean, I think it's pretty rare when your team ties the first 5 innings, 1-1, 0-0, whatever. I thought that was going to happen to me last night with the Royals.
Can I ask you a question?
What's up?
Do you think anyone really gives a shit about Deflategate?
People that aren't in Boston do, yes.
No, nobody gives a shit.
I'll amend that. I would say people in like Indianapolis, they care. I don't like Tom Brady.
Exactly. Well, what I'm getting at, man, and shout out to Marley Betts, from Brothers and Bets. We were talking yesterday. Like, man, I get why you're irritated with him, and the spin rate makes sense. I love that you genuinely have an angle on it. That is good, and it does make sense. And you're right about what you're saying. The spin rate is so important. But again, dude, year in and year out, this guy is a fucking machine, bro. And I don't know. I watched a lot of his spring training, like bullpens and stuff like that. His stuff is it's still nasty, man. It's still running up and in on hitters. It's still dropping down and out. Like he's still Verlander. By
the way, Joe Kryptonite, a hot take there. Brady better than Manny. That's a bold one right there, my man. That's a bold one. Nate is actually the ball boy. I could see that. Nate being the ball guy, leading the balls. I could see that. It's funny. And by the way, yeah, I am kind of a troll, guys. I do things just to annoy people, and it is a fun time. I enjoy it. Next game and the last game on the card, my favorite bet of the day.
I'm interested now, really interested, because I have an opinion on this that kept me completely off the game. So.
Well, I mean, I just thought the price for this was ridiculous. I was baffled at this. Cincinnati Reds, Los Angeles Dodgers, Hunter Green versus Julio Urias. And I think Hunter Green is going to be a NL Rookie of the Year contender the whole year. He needs to stay healthy. That's the big thing for him. And I think Julio Urias is a good pitcher. Obviously, he got fucking his shit rocked last time out. He had one of his worst career starts. I believe it was in Colorado, too.
That's what I want. That's what I'm going to talk about.
Yeah, so it was in Colorado, so that makes me feel a little better about it.
It was not that.
Well, we'll talk about it here soon then. Perfect. I love when we disagree. I want you to push back on me.
No, not like it would disagree. I'm just saying. Go ahead.
The point is, I'm on the first 5 under 4.5 here, and that was at plus 110. I thought that was ridiculous. I thought, honestly, if it was a 3.5 plus 110, sure. I think both these pitchers are fantastic. But 4.5, a whole run higher? No way, dude. No way. I think Julio Urias bounces back against a Reds team that's not very great. I'll look it up here in a second, but he probably pitches better at home. Hunter Green, obviously, that's the wild card of this. How does he bounce back from a fantastic performance against the Braves? I was on him. I don't know. I'll just keep saying it. I think he's a fantastic pitcher. I mean, he throws 100 consistently. His slider's ridiculous, and he was locating. He was locating really, really well against the Braves, and And that's the most important part, really. And if he can continue that, and by the way, it's at Colorado for Julio Urias, 2 innings pitched, 6 hits, 3 earned runs, and a home run, no strikeouts, 2 walks. I think it's pretty baffling that we're getting both of these pitchers at that price.
So, and I'm going to tell you why I think it is. If you want me to, you want me to go ahead and tell you?
Well, yeah, go ahead, because I added the no run in the first inning in this game too this morning as well at -1.
Okay. Look, I think you capped this game perfectly. Those 2 plays, they are, in my opinion, the best 2 plays you could make. And here's why I'm not on them. Your ace looked hurt, bro. There's a difference in, just not having it and having a bad start. Man, I honestly thought something was going to come out about him. He didn't look right, man. Like, not just like he wasn't comfortable or he wasn't ready. Like, he genuinely looked. He looked like there might be a problem, like an underlying problem. I'm just going to say that now. So,
that would be concerning. I didn't watch the start as closely as you did, obviously, so I do not like the sounds of that. And by the way, I was fucking as dead wrong as I can be about his home road split.
Check out what Moose Money said too.
82 innings pitched at home, 3.27 ERA, away 103 innings pitched, 2.71 home thing. And by the way, my Dodgers buddy said the same thing, Cab, about Julio Urias being hurt. So that's concerning. I'm not going to add Reds money line or Reds first 5 in this. I'm going to hope.
We're wrong. I could be wrong. I'm just saying. And I didn't read anything that told me that.
Yeah, no, I mean, if you saw it, you saw it. Hey, I trust you. You're the fucking pitcher here. You know what you're talking about in these scenarios. So I definitely trust you. My concern would be that it's just first start, whatever, get it out. Work it all out, get it all.
It was more than that, man. His like, dude, like everything about his delivery. Like, I think it would be his shoulder if he's hurt, because the way the ball was just traveling up and in, and then he had no control of his off speed. Like. And he was wincing, right? Pitchers, I don't care if they're professionals. Like, we might go to the trainer every day, bro, but we don't know when. Our arms always hurt. That's the truth that nobody's going to say. Our arms always hurt, okay? And it's hard to tell when it's, like, really hurt and when it's not. Who knows if he wants to say something or what's going on, but, like, something was going on there. Something was up.
Yeah, and Moose Money saying his front side was opening up. That's a classic mistake.
His whole side, his front side was opening up, and that's why I'm saying his shoulder, man. He was fighting himself on every single pitch. And when you're fighting yourself, you're in pain and you're causing more pain.
I was a huge leave my front shoulder out kind of guy. So, no, I agree with you. I need to take some lessons from Moose Money and Cab. Maybe that would be a next video series. Maybe that would be my goal, my journey to 90. Let's get me to throwing 90. That'd be hilarious. But I like I said, guys, I'm on the no run in the first inning here. First 5 under 4.5. What you guys said about Julio is concerning. I'm a little worried about that. I did not watch him start as closely as you guys. I hope he's okay. And I think I would attribute that hopefully to a shorter spring training, like someone said in the chat. And we'll see. I want to see it, I guess. So I'm going to be very, very interesting. Very, very interested in doing so. And not Flush Allen, good question. Maybe it's for backdating his wife. That sounds like a Giants fan.
And again, I just want to say this one more time. I could be wrong. Like, I could be wrong. This is simply a visual thing that I saw.
Absolutely. No, you definitely. I mean, I could see that for sure. So I don't dissuade you from adding your opinions here. I appreciate it. And shout out to Sabino and Guano, by the way, in the chat. Appreciate your dono yesterday. And yes, your banner is up there. Appreciate you. And shout out to Big Show, Saturated, my guy, who I don't think I've seen in the chat since I did not mention his dono. So Saturated, I hope you come back, my man. I'm sorry for not donating or not seeing your donation, but I appreciate it. Thanks, everyone, for watching. This was a long show, as always. We say these weekend shows are going to be long. We get the first crack at the card. It's a great time. Thank you, as always, Cav, for joining me. We're going to do, by the way, Nutflush Allen saying, Jose, you can't throw 90 miles an hour if you don't weigh or 90 pounds. You know what, Nutflush? Right now, I think I could touch 75 if I'm lucky. Fresh arm and everything.
Did you play baseball?
Yeah, I played baseball. Huh.
Okay, and
maybe. Ow, Cap.
No, I'm saying you could. I'm backing you up. What are you talking about? I'm backing you up, bro.
You play baseball, bro? Ugh.
I know look, okay, like I was politely trying to just get like because some people don't realize that 75 isn't even slow. Like some people don't understand what 85 and what 90 miles an hour is. And let me just say this one more time about Nick Martinez. He's not throwing 93. Those guns in the stadium are juiced. All right, they're juiced for TV, 2 to 3 miles per hour.
Fair enough.
Sorry,
No,
I had to.
I probably agree with that for sure. By
Yeah.
the way, Nasty Nate says 70 tops. Well,
See,
this might be a challenge now. I might have to get everyone.
You know what? I'm on Jose's side. Give me a week. We're hitting 76.
Shut up.
We'll
You're
take
not
over
on my
unders.
side.
All right, fine. I'm not helping you anymore. Good luck.
So I want everyone in the chat right now. While we're gonna hit a commercial break, get our shit together, and we're gonna give out our best bets here in a second. But while it's going, I want everyone to get a guesstimation of how hard I can throw. And if I can find a gun somewhere, maybe someone that can.
Don't use one of those stupid balls with a radar gun on it. Get a gun.
I'm actually just gonna go to the side of the road and a little street sign and hope I can get it there. Give me guesses over under what mile per hour I can throw right now. So let's get it. By the way, a lot of 68, 67, 70s. So that'll be interesting. Lucha Sox over 70 miles an hour in a week plus 300. So that'll be funny. Let's hit that commercial break and let's come back with our best bets. Thank you as always to Southtown 101 and Manscaped for sponsoring the show. Remember, put in promo code PubSports and Manscaped. Get that all in one package, $24 off of it. You get a little ball spray, a little ball toner. Don't know what the difference are between, but it feels nice when you spray it on there. So I appreciate that. And then the shaver, of course, is great. No nicks, no tugs. Shave your balls in peace. It's the worst when you're shaving. You get a little hair stuck and you pull and it's you don't like
Bro,
that.
those things work, bro. I'm not kidding.
Yeah, so it's definitely a good time. So go watch, or I should say go use promo code PubSports for that. All right, so now we're gonna do best bets and such. My iPad just died, so that's a good start to best bets. So I will start off by reading up my tweet bets because those are what I got right now here, and then I'll give you guys the additions. And I will say this to start off: I am going to make Trevor Story official to home run. That will be the first Jack of the day, I guess, official. Trevor Story, and that is I'm getting that on Bovada plus 500, and I forgot that I mentioned to guess the mile per hours in there. So I'm going to double check something real fast and then look at what everyone's saying right now.
I'm sorry. Yeah.
Career, by the way, Trevor Story is 0 for 3 for 2 Ks on my man Sonny Gray, but I think he bounces back. So yes, let's look at the chat. I have not looked at it yet, so I'm excited to see it. Bill McDonald, by the way, says Carrasco gets the win. 63 for Todd. Appreciate that. If Jose has not thrown a baseball, Jose will not even throw over 60. I play high school baseball, but I appreciate that. I love that. Forearm tendons. That's what I've got here. I've got forearm tendonitis.
Okay, Jose, when I asked you if you played baseball, you know how you just said high school baseball? That's what I was talking about. Like you did. Okay, I'll ask some people and be like, yeah, I played Little League. I'm like, okay, so you didn't play baseball.
Well, Cab, here's the difference. Let's specify. I made the team at high school baseball. Made the team. I didn't play. My career stats for being a pitcher was 1 run. I just pinch ran for someone once. We love that. Was I a good pitcher? No.
What do you mean 1 run?
Cab, I'm a glue guy, baby. That's all I need. Put me on the team. The chemistry is going to be fantastic. We'll be
I love it.
Good vibes. I'm
Yeah,
not going to give you that. Fuck that.
Huh?
So, nah. Well, I'm a one-run offense kind of guy. That's what I do.
There you go.
By the way, Lucius Fox, umpired for a year. There's slim chance that slim to no chance I can hit 70. Hey, you guys really don't think I can hit 70? God damn! I thought I could hit 70 no problem. Arthur Mead.
I'm trying to say it's faster than you think, man.
69, Eldorado 72, Leonard Porsche 65 tops, Amsterdam 1L 70.
Bro, when I did my reunion thing and I pitched this summer, I thought I was bringing it, and it was probably 89, 80, like 88, 89, and I can still throw. I'm just people don't understand how hard like a 90 plus mile an hour fastball really is.
Man, you guys got me fucked up. All right, so I'm going to look around. I'm going to see if I can find a radar gun or something of the sorts, and then hopefully within the next week or so, I would love to get on a gun and see how hard I can throw now. And we'll open the betting up. Now the number is apparently the 70. That's the number. It's over under 70 now. I would love to hit me up on Twitter.
Juice to the under.
Juice to the under. Respond on the tweet with this show. I'm going to thank Cab, of course, for joining me. We'll recap our best bets in that tweet. So respond in that tweet below. Over under 70 miles an hour for how fast I could throw. And Nate says, I want to see him run first. You guys want me to do like a whole Olympics? Oh, and by the way, Nutflush Allen asks, how about Nutflush Jr. versus Jose? Man, no, I've seen Nutflush's kid. He's a big lad. First of all, he'll beat me up.
Fernando, I would put all of my money that I have in the bank on the fact that he can't throw 80 miles an hour.
Fernando, you're 40 and you throw 85, my man?
But Jose cannot. He probably can. I guarantee you I'll still be able to throw 85 when I'm 40, but you can't throw 80.
How fast can you throw now? You've got fucking no shoulder.
I do, and that's why I shouldn't have been throwing when I went and threw the other time at our reunion. But, I was still bringing it, bro. I told you I hit the very first kid. I got to throw against the high school varsity, and they were scared. I didn't mean to.
I was shitting myself, too.
I had 2 strikes, and I tried to throw a slider, which I haven't thrown in years, and it didn't move. It hit him right in the shoulder, or right there.
Fernando's 6'4". My man is a giant. All right, Fernando. See, when I picture people that watch the show, apparently I just picture people like myself, 5'8", little ones, I guess. Everyone's taller than me too. So okay. I'm glad we got
on the Twitter and actually put it on there. You know what, Fernando, you help him out with that 80. Be nice. Everybody else, 65, 66.
Fernando, for 64. You, my man, you said 80. I remember you're on my side, Fernando. Fernando, me and you, my man. Me and you. You're on the over. All right, so good. I'm glad. Remember, respond to my tweet after the show.
35 max.
Over or under Ron Walsack, you bastard. 70. Over under 70 miles an hour that I can throw. Well, this is not where I expected the show to go. All right, so best bets for today. Sabino, and for you asking, I know you want to know my best bet. I'll let you know. I've said it a couple times on the show, but I'll say it again for you. I got you. Atlanta first 5 -0.5 at +120. Atlanta money line at +112. Seattle Mariners money line +150. That's -0.5, by the way. That's the big swing. That's our big swing. I guess yesterday's was A's team total, first 5 team total over 2.5. They got none, so shout out to them. It was at +140 yesterday, so we got a +150 bomb today. I've also got Seattle team total over 3.5 at +110. Cincinnati Reds, Dodgers, first 5 under 4.5 +110. That is my favorite play, Sabino. I think that number is pretty crazy, but Cab alerted us of Julio Urias maybe being hurt. Who knows? We'll see how that goes. I also added Trevor Story to hit a home run +500, and I also added Angels money line, full game money line at -115, Thor on the bump. And man, I hope he comes back and pitches well. I hope he pitches. I just want him to pitch well and healthy. That's what I want. Just stay healthy, my man, Thor. Baseball is better with Thor in it. Cab, what do you have on this best bets here?
So I got the no-run first inning at -102 in the White Sox Tampa Bay game. I don't know if I even said that one, but I'm on it. I got the first 5 in the Angels game at -120. I've got the first 5 in the Atlanta Braves game, minus 110. I've got the no run in the first inning in the San Francisco and Cleveland game at minus 109. And then I've got first 5 Houston, half a run at minus 105. Minus half a run at minus 105.
Man. By the way, Not Flush Allen, good man right here. I can't say it enough. Good man. If I hit both these NHL plays I gave out, I'll give you some money and put it towards the
I offered to give him pitching lessons, and he just shit on me.
Here's the thing,
don't give him any of your money, Not Flush.
Not Flush. Give me that money, and I'll just give it to Cab, and I'll take my pitching lessons. Here's the thing, guys. I've got the lower half. I don't use my lower half when pitching.
You were so defensive. You didn't even listen. I said I'll be on your side, and we'll get you to 76, which probably won't happen. But I told you I would.
What are you guys talking about? I'm there. I can touch. I think right now I'm touching 75. I'm not hitting it consistently, but wind up everything. I'm saying like 72 average, 75 max.
If you can hit 72, I can get you to 76.
You guys got me all fucked up. I'm all defensive on this show now. Oberst, I did have Seattle first 5. I have them first 5 minus a half, not plus a half.
Moose said you're gonna have to hit the weight room.
Moose, I have mantras in life, Moose, and here's one of them. I would rather die than work out now. After hitting a certain age, I've decided I would just rather die.
Well, you will soon, like one day.
I told you, Cab. I've told everyone around me, if you know me, I tell everyone this. I'm going to die at a young age from a road rage incident because I stomp on the horn, I'll flick someone off, and someone with a gun will pull out their gun.
You're in Texas, Jose. Right, that is not smart, bro.
It's not, but I'm going to die like that, and I hope I go out with a bang at least. I hope to go out with a bang.
Well, I hope that doesn't happen to you, just so you know.
And by the way, Preston Ekdahl raising a good point. There's Puzzler and 12. Yes, I know. Sorry, I know. Jose has yet to do any baseball videos. Jeff has challenged him over 1 million times. Yes, Jeff has challenged me too. Jeff Slaughter said that he can get a hit off of me. Jeff Slaughter, former baseball player too. So I believe Jeff could probably get a hit off of me. But
we got to set it up. We all got to meet back in San Antonio, and then we'll do your bets, and then I'll get loose, and we can do over-unders on who can make contact with me. We won't use the word hit. We'll see who can make contact, right? I bet Jeff could get a hit off you. I'd put my money on Jeff.
Well, I wouldn't be. We'll see. Jeff Sciatica, I believe in him. By the way, Alex Gagnon telling me to be careful. Road rage is scary shit. It is. But if you cut me off, I've got things to say. I've just got things to say. I won't stop. If you try to get me to stop, that won't happen. I'm definitely paranoid too. I definitely look behind me in my rear view. I'm like, is that guy?
Did I actually go too far? Like,
oh God, this has been a great show. Shout out to everyone in the chat for watching. Again, I'm gonna keep saying this. Over under 70. Get your guesses in. Tweet me at Jose Bouquett immediately after this show. I'm going to tweet out my action. So you guys can check it out there. Cab, tweet out your action again for us, please. We want to know what you're on so we can tail or fade us. Who knows?
Yeah,
maybe
or fade us.
Fading us. They're not succeeding, but maybe they are. Who knows? And shout out to everyone again. Sabino, thank you for the dono. Big Show Picks started today with the dono. And my man Saturated. I hope you're out there somewhere, Saturated. If you're watching this show, I want you to comment.
Yeah, we need you back.
Come on. Thank you for the dono, guys. I appreciate you guys. Eldorado Custodian, Puzzler, thank you so much. Moose Money cured my hangover for real. Appreciate that. Real Deal Prime, Lucius Fox, Big Show Picks, Alex Gagnon, Puzzler, Preston, Nutflush Allen, Oberus, all of you guys, I appreciate it. Rants, Jason Folk. Guys, without you guys, this show doesn't happen. So I appreciate you guys as always. Got a bet here, or I've got a burp here. I can't get it out, so we'll figure that out here in a second. But I appreciate everyone for watching. Let's end this show.
Yeah,
over under 70. I can't wait. Thanks everyone for watching. We'll be back here again tomorrow, 10:30, same time. Connor Mack making his debut on Say Hey Plays this year. You'll see him a lot. This is his first time. Busy man that Connor Mack is. Hopefully, he comes on tomorrow, 10:30 Central. 11:30 Eastern. And remember, everyone, we don't do Pacific time here because I don't want to do the math. Thanks, everyone, for watching. Appreciate you guys, and we'll see you guys next week. Or I should say tomorrow, actually.